Uh, what's up, YouTube? It's the Night Sun here, back with another video, and this video is going to be called "By Any Means Necessary." I think this is a quote by Malcolm X. I like Malcolm X. Malcolm X, my guy. You know what? I feel like that nigga might be my spirit animal or something. Like really, like for real. Like I like Malcolm X and what he stand for. Even like I'm watching a movie and I want to reread the book. I haven't read that book since like high school. But it's overall just a good. I like the example and who he is as an individual, but that's not the topic of this video. Is by any means necessary. I think in life it's always pushing for you to be comfortable. It's pushing for you to be, they want the best version of you, but they want the material version of you, the best material version of you. They don't care about your inside mental health. They don't care anything about you spiritually, and they want this beautiful shell of a person. And with that type of thinking, is adding to a more twisted version of society. Society's gonna keep getting worse, even though, in my opinion, because there's nothing new under the sun. In my opinion, I believe that the life always been this way. Realistically, nobody existed 100 years ago that exists right now. Of course, some people live that long and they may say shit was different, but they live for so long so their mind is warped. Even time though technically fucking exists. So some things may be certain ways, could be this way for so long, and it's like, as you mature and old and you get older, your perspective changed, and maybe it was different. And memories and just the way that you look back on memories, they always change. And so that's what I personally believe, that to a certain extent, who really knows how a certain time period really was unless you was really there firsthand. Just like how they say, like, hundreds of years ago, it was pandemonium, but people always saying how today, current society is always dangerous, when it's way more peaceful than how it was 100 years ago. But that's neither here or there. By any means necessary. You have to understand that, or that's something I'm understanding now, is like, by any means necessary, like, though, I gotta get it. I gotta get to where I need to go. Like, people be telling me, like, yeah, Kevin, you young, make mistakes, and of course I'm gonna make them mistakes, but I'm willing to do a lot of things. Of course I'm not willing to like give up like my more personal values and standards and boundaries, especially because I'm just now starting to get reconnected with those. I'm not giving those things up, but I'm willing to go far and do some extreme shit to get to where I want to go, in a sense of evolution and just wanting to push this vehicle to the max that it can go. This is more about me speaking like spiritually. Like, when I be talking to people, like, people really be, I ain't gonna lie, I think people either think I'm childish as hell or they think I'm like nuts, but I really be saying like extreme shit, and not like extreme shit like some, I'm gonna kill everybody, but like, I wanna be a superhero. That's some child shit, but it's extreme and it's kinda goofy, right? And when I say I want to be a superhero, it's not like an actual sense, like, put on a superhero costume and a cape. I mean, it kind of is like that, but I mean, like, not going out and saving people like a superhero would, like them flying around trying to fight crime, but and maybe I could do that, and I think I can do that. I think that's just all on like some dream realm shit. That's really what I think about doing. I wouldn't. That's why I'm trying to gain more control in the dream realm, just to do that shit alone, like on the side, like when I'm sleeping shit, and to come back to the real world. But what I mean by any means necessary is, like, let me just share something. So I'm in a relationship, right? And I said, well, me and my girlfriend having conversations, and I'll be like, if I broke up with you or we broke up, whatever happened, I would probably become a monk. And I'm sure she don't believe me. I'm about to say, a lot of people don't believe me. They look at me like I'm sideways, but they like who I am as a person. Of course, everybody not gonna see the vision that you put out. That's just reality. But me, I say that, and I mean that to like the utmost degree. Like, I'm gonna make some money for sure, but I'm probably not getting another relationship for another couple years, probably even 6 to 12 years. I'm 21 going 22, I'm gonna be 28 by that time. But that's really, that's, the minimal amount of years. But my goal is like to actually reach enlightenment. I believe I reach like small forms of enlightenment, but it's not the enlightenment that everybody speaks about. And I'm not here to hit some all grandeur, but I'm here to max out my potential. And if I gotta miss out on, petty, sexual pleasure, then I will do that. Like, I have no problem with that. If I gotta cut everybody off for a certain amount of time just to focus on that, I will. Like, I was raised a certain way where I don't care about, to a certain extent, it's kind of messed up, but I don't care about my family to a certain extent. And I don't say I don't care about them. It's more like, we not close, so it's not like I have a family bond with them. I love them. I want to do the best I can for them, but if I'm not good, if I'm not chasing my dreams, then what better am I doing? Like, I'm doing them more of a disservice because I'm not the best person I know I can be, and I know I'm not, and I'm coming as my half self because I failed, or I neglected one to go all in on this goal that I really have, I've been holding near and dear to my heart. So yeah, but yeah, by any means necessary. That's by any means necessary type of dream and type of goal to reach enlightenment, to teach, to be able to, get deeper into like my psychic abilities. Like, that's the actual genuine dream and goal of mine. Like, that's how I plan on, if I live a long life and I can't do that, I'm gonna be highly upset. I'm gonna be highly upset at myself because I allowed myself to, succumb to the confines of reality and just did, and couldn't even, like, what they say, like, you're supposed to be an unmovable object. Like, I get life is gonna do whatever it do, but like I said, I'm as big as life. I'm as bad as life. I'm about to say life better get the fuck out of my way. Like, literally, that's how I believe. And this is like a newfound confidence that I'm starting to gain myself. Like, dog, I said I'm gonna do it, so that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna let this life shit get in my fucking way. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. If I can do this, I will be happy. That's kind of like, I'm already happy now, so I'm not even in that type of mindset where, if I do this, I'm gonna be happy. But it's more like, satisfaction. You go for a goal. That's the whole point of like goals. Like, of course, sometimes these goals may be outrageous, but like, you having these outrageous goals is like the only thing that's keeping you sane. These outrageous goals, even though you may not even hit them, these perfect goals, even though you may not hit them, you may hit close, and it's like it's something that's beyond your normal reality. And something that you may find, I may not make $1 trillion, but I made $1 billion. Like that's it's about the accomplishments that you make along the way. So I understand that, and I can die happy knowing I tried my best to get to where I'm going. Like, I don't care if I make it or not, to a certain extent. As long as I'm getting up every day, I have zero regrets about it. If I'm getting up every day, I'm trying little by little. I'm trying to get better, and by any means necessary. Then if I can hit them goals, if I don't hit them, I die in the process. What they say, get rich or die trying. Like, I think 50 Cent was like, that's the thing about it. It's like, he said he's either going to get rich or die trying. I'm about saying that keeps the energy on. That keeps people watching you. That keeps the attention. That keeps the energy around you. And I think that's the energy I'm trying to really embody. It's like, it's by any means necessary. I want this shit. That's all I live for. I don't really care about nothing else. I mean, to a certain extent, love is very petty. I'm about to say, unless you have somebody that's more aware and spiritually aware and emotionally aware, I'm about to say, you're gonna get this very surface level of love. So even in my mind, I don't really look for like human love. I try to find that love through the love itself, right? And that's how I treat people when I interact with people. I try to interact with them, as they are myself. I try to love them like they myself. If I care about them, I'm really show them I do. And even if I don't get shit back, I mean, shit, not saying that's a good thing all the way. You just get some level of reciprocation back, but I try to give out unconditional love. I try to take my emotions out of everything and just do. But yeah, by any means necessary. Like, the goal is to reach enlightenment. The goal is to be, fully realized and, and one with my higher self, and of course just going through the flow of life until I die, until I get returned back home. That's really my goal. That's what I wake up and think about doing on a daily. Even though I'm in a relationship, I'm still trying to learn the process of even trying to transmute, learning how to keep my sexual energy in and try to, kind of like lock it up so I'm not ejaculating, just so I can help speed up that process. Let's say if I don't, you know, because life, like, you know, life is life. You know, you have feelings. You know, you feel certain ways, and you can't just go off of them. You know, just because. You know. But it's kind of contradictory. But you know, that's life. You know, sometimes the hardest decision takes the strongest will. So yeah, but by any means necessary, that's the goal. You know, you gotta get to it. I mean, no doubt about it. So, if y'all like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Thank you.